let's go buy some stuff for Amazon. But I also need to return a lot of stuff that's just been sitting around for eBay. I've been saying that all the time, but I just haven't gotten around to literally all of it because it was way too much. So let's load that up. Then I'm gonna go to counseling, finish filming a different video, which you've already seen. But since we're gonna start sourcing around 1 o'clock today, we're gonna try to spend $750. But I honestly think that we'll be able to do way more than that because my Amazon sales have been decent, especially because of my repricer. But since I haven't gone to Academy or Walmart in just about a month source, I have a bunch of replenishments that have completely sold out because I thought that I'd be back 2 weeks after the last time I went like 6 weeks ago. So we gotta grab a ton of those. So we might be in the thousands today, hopefully. But we're gonna set a nice conservative goal of $750. But as always, you guys know that I'll be showing you as much as I possibly can about how to make money with Amazon FBA just by going to your local stores and buying stuff to resell. See you in the future. All right, we're trying something a little bit different today. Obviously, we're here at our first Ross, so we're gonna make a return, hopefully spend a little bit of money. But I just realized we haven't been out reselling together for almost a month. The last time we went was July 2nd, and it's July 28th right now. No wonder my Amazon sales have been only average, which is good that they're at least average, but still, we gotta buy some stuff. So we're gonna shoot for $750 today. I am gonna try to grab some more Expos while we're in the Ross. Hopefully I can find them pretty cheap, because I only have 3 colors right now. But we're gonna be throwing our times and amounts spent on this whiteboard instead of in the corners, because that's gonna save me a lot of time in the edit. And here we're all about trying to make as much money as possible in as little time as possible. We should probably get in there then. As we're getting closer and closer to when I'm actually gonna be living in that van rather than just using it as a second vehicle, I'm trying to buy less and less stuff for eBay. So right now I got a decent amount of eBay returns and some dead stock, but I'm really only gonna be looking for eBay if it's like really high-end soccer cleats, because that's the thing that I know best and have sold the most of. If it's not that, even if it might be decent, I'm gonna leave it for someone else, which is hard, but it'll end up saving me a lot of time. I'm still gonna check out the shoes though, obviously, because I enjoy the hunt, but I do remember this Ross having terrible, terrible service, so hopefully it's not that bad. These, I feel like someone's returned that after they played in it. I've only found 2 socks to even look up so far. That's just because they're Under Armour, which I got ungated in about a month and a half ago now, and Stance, which is another brand that I like and sell a decent amount of, but it's the moment of truth on the service. I'm gonna walk around a bit. This is the place that a couple of videos back I actually had to just buy stuff and return it later because I didn't get any service anywhere in the store. I do like that this is only $3, but it is a little bit larger of a size than normal, 12 to 16 instead of 8 to 12. Never mind, since something pulled up, that means there was no listing. All right, we'll look this one up as well. Alrighty, I just peeled back the sticker a little bit. 0 for 2 so far. At the couple times that I've been returning things and just looking up what's at the Rosses, I haven't found much, so I'm not looking too confident about Rosses. This is why I'm really gonna focus on Academies and Walmarts and Marshalls, because I have like $300 of stuff to return there, and I've been seeing some moleskin. So we might go to some Marshalls, TJ Maxx, Walmart, and Academy are gonna be the 4 stores that we focus on out of our normal like 8 or so. But we are definitely gonna check the kids' socks, because in one of my last shipments I found some. Ooh, and there's some Stance Ohio State stuff. My sister goes to Ohio State, so I might have to see if this is worth anything. It's $4 for a $20 thing. But actually checking the kids' socks has made me a decent amount of money recently. Maybe this will have a listing. Nope, no listings. Dang. My parents would have been proud of me for that one. I don't see any Expos. This is the art section though. But this is something that I sold a couple of in the past. I don't know if I made a ton of profit on it. Actually, I'll be able to tell you. So in Scoutify 2, when I search that up, okay, look at that. So it does look like it's gonna end up being profitable because it's $22.28 is the list price on a $6 item. If we go over to the history tab, and this is one of the features that I really like about Scoutify 2 and what makes it really easy to source with is first off, you have this on-hand number up here, which is 0 right now. It's saying right now that I don't have any sales or purchase history, and a lot of that is because I deleted the SKU that I had associated with it. Just making sure it's correct, it's the 12-piece brush set. Now I just gotta make sure that there aren't crazy fees. Yeah, so that's gonna be really good. So it's a $6 purchase, get back $16. So we'll pick these up, and I have noticed that sometimes these will be open on the side, so you just gotta re-poly bag that. I just try to make sure that I grab ones that are good, and a lot of times this will just re-zip itself. It's just because they put this plastic piece in the side there. So you just gotta take it out. But we'll snag those, make sure they got all 12 of them. I normally skip the art section, but this brand, Royal and Leg Nickel, I've sold a little bit of. Most of the times it's not profitable or really high ranks, but that one seemed to be really good. This service is killing me. I did find these dry erase markers. They're 48 kind of no-name brand markers. It's $5, so it's pretty cheap, but I don't need that many, and I don't trust them to be the best quality. Did find this, which is a good find, but also something to talk about in terms of repricing. Here, we'll head over to electronics while we wait. Okay, here we go. So it's $4, so I'd hope that the net profit that spits out here is $8 or more, but I'd be comfortable if it was 6 or more at a good rank. So what we got is $7.37. So that is gonna be a buy no matter what. You can see it's 93,000 out of 6 million, but that means that it probably sells once a day, once every couple of days. But the other cool thing is that we look down here, we see it's $11.99. The next lowest is $14.67. So when we set up our repricer, which I use BeCool, which I have a special affiliate link for in the description and a full 1-month review coming out in the next week. Spoiler alert, I really like it. We could set it up so that our minimum is a little bit above that $11.99 or just at like $11.99, $11.98, so we make sure we don't get any less than that. But if we win the buy box, we can raise our price with that and hopefully get more. Let's see if we got any profit here in the electronics. Here's something. I've been waiting for these to drop in price because I have the green ones of these and I've sold tons. This one's always been just lower priced, $12. Awesome. $24 getting back because it's $30. Of course the price is raised now. So they raised the price when it went cheaper. So we'll pick this one up. There's a couple other ones over here. Same item, but $17. A lot of that's just the time that any single unit has stayed in the store. Because even though it's the same, they might have gotten this in a later shipment, which is why it's $17. Which wouldn't be bad. You would end up getting back about $6. And I'm comfortable with that with the green one, but I have a history of winning the buy box. So I'm not going to pick up these black ones because I still have an inventory budget to spend, and I'm trying to completely get out of inventory debt. If I did have a little bit of a surplus, I'd probably pick those up, but I have seen them at lower prices, so I'm not going to now. Okay, did the right barcode. We got $9 getting back $17. Amazon's on for $22.79. I've sold a lot of spec products even when Amazon's on the listing, and they move pretty fast, so the price will fluctuate. So as long as you have a good repricing strategy, this should give me about 100% return on investment. Well, here's one that's interesting. I'm interested if some of these have sold, and there is a way that you can check, just like I talked about a couple seconds before. I picked some of those up. I actually currently don't have the Amazon seller app on my phone because it's something I've talked about in a couple other videos. It just adds like some extra stress, and I only re-download it when I'm outsourcing. This $7, get back $15.51, so I would be interested in picking it up. We're gonna see if I have any history here. Yes, so I bought one. Don't have any on hand, but it doesn't show any solds, so that probably means it's in FC transfer. And since Amazon is on the listing and I do have one, I'm not gonna pick it up. Can I return this and then make a separate purchase since I have them on 2 different cards? I think that was the only Ross return that we have, so I don't think we'll actually be heading back to another one today. Maybe tomorrow, but that'll be a different video too. But we were able to spend $45.95, which isn't great, and I'm hoping that that can be green soon because I'm gonna actually go get some exo markers when I'm at Walmart buying stuff, and we're gonna completely redo this board. And it's not $12.51 anymore, it's $3.41, and we're at Walmart, so let's try to spend at least $100 here. That is the goal. I also have a bunch of stuff back here from Walmart that I bought a while ago. It's like matchsticks and stuff. I think I bought it March, a really long time ago, and I've heard that you might be able to return this for store credit as long as you don't bring in a receipt. So I'm just gonna bring one, and if it worked, then I'll return the rest of them for store credit at other Walmarts. I've only sold one of these on eBay. It was just one of those things where I was lazy. It's a hazmat controlled thing, and so I can't send it into Amazon, and I just never took the time to return it because I'm dumb. But I'm really hoping that a lot of these Walmarts, since I haven't been to, especially these specific Walmarts, will have replenishments, because the ones that I've been to when I've just been grocery shopping by my house, I've had a decent amount of replenishments for the inventory that I continually buy over and over again. So let's hope it's the same here. Also, I should probably bring this in a bag, otherwise they might think I just took it off a shelf. Now I was wondering if I could return this for store credit. I don't have my receipt. Well, I got 80 cents for it. I only spent $1.50, so a little bit less than 50% loss, but at least some money back. Oh, I feel so stupid to have just not returned them. I was almost at the clearance section, and I realized I might just need this thing to source stuff and see if it's profitable or not. Round 2. Oh yeah, we're snagging this guy. Some good colors. I'm not mainly looking for stuff in clearance today, but it wouldn't hurt if I find it. I've just noticed there's not a lot of clearance. It's mostly like summer stuff at the Walmarts that are closest to my house. We'll still look for it, but I'm not anticipating much. I'm mostly anticipating replenishments in the fishing section for me. So I did find a couple items up here. They're edible food color markers. Because they're an edible item, I'm pretty sure this is the expiration date. It says lot 21010, which my guess means that it expires in October of 2021. It's only $1 here, but you get back $2.42, and it sells a pretty decent bit. But it's not honestly worth it for me to pick up 4 of those, maybe make like $5 of profit, just in case this is expired. If it was a lot more profit, I would do a little bit more than the little research into that I did. I'm not gonna worry about it. If you can sell mission stuff in the youth size new, check this out. It's $15, you get back 10 of them. As you can see, there's not a lot of people who can sell new on this listing. That's why everyone's like new, except for one person. Just like me, I can only sell it used like new, but getting back $10 for a $3 purchase would definitely be worth it if you're one of those lucky people who can sell it in new condition. Doing a little decent, and I haven't seen these beauties in a minute, so I'm a little bit happier about today. I gotta at least give you guys some small tips when it comes to some of this fishing gear. I don't know why, but for some reason, these super small hooks oftentimes are really profitable. I don't know why someone's spending $8 or $9 on these, but I've never sold that one before, but it's at a good rank, and there's a lot of really small hooks that I've sold for ridiculous profits. Maybe check those out. All right, here's something else that I can quickly show you. I got these. It's just some steel wire leaders, and I've sold one of a different size of it and made 100% because I bought it for $1.99. That has a 600,000 rank. This one, they're both in sports and outdoors, has a rank of 1.2 million, so way higher. All the prices though are really high, $10.95, and you'd be getting back almost a 200% return on investment because you get back $6.60 and you buy it for $2.26. The problem is it really hasn't sold much. This is the Keep a chart that I have through Scout IQ, which is another app that I have, and link down in the description as well for a 14-day free trial. But it has sold those 3 times in the last little bit. So since I know that I can probably come back and grab these, I'm just gonna pick up 2 of them and set that to reprice a little bit more aggressively than the $10.95 and drop the price a little bit. I'll still probably earn 100% if 3 of them were purchased. Maybe I can get the next couple sales. And then after testing it, I'll see if I should come buy more. But it's only $5 that I'm risking, so that's not that that big of a deal. And this is one of the major ways that I find replenishable items, because a lot of these are really, really good prices that sell for way more on Amazon, even though they're at normal prices at Walmart, so I know I can come back and continually buy a lot more of them. One last tip before you head out, don't forget some people put these in the wrong spots. These two, which are $2.40, right behind this one because it was in the wrong area. And these things that I'm buying for $2.40 made me pretty decent money in the past couple of weeks. Definitely beat our $100 goal. I put these guys on a separate transaction, but we spent $267, which definitely brings us closer. Honestly, one of the things that I'm most excited about the fact that we just bought all of that at Walmart, not necessarily that it's from Walmart, but just that it's mostly replenishables. Some of it is new stuff, but I'd say out of the $267, probably over 200 are items that I have already sold before and know will sell again at good profit margins. So we're just not going to talk about the fact that I used an old Maxx to wipe off my board. Obviously, it's not going to be to scale because I don't have anything to measure with it, but this is our new profit meter, which kind of looks like we're in high school trying to raise money for something, but we're just under halfway from our $750 goal. We spent $267.72 at Walmart. It'll probably be at like an 80% return on investment, maybe a little bit less, but I know the stuff will sell, so that's way better for me. So we spent $313.67 total. I was thinking we go to a TJ Maxx, but I'm trying to get this done in as few stops today as possible, getting to 750, maybe 1,000. All right, I decided we're going to TJ Maxx mostly because the moleskins that I sent in that big shipment, I think that was in the big shipment video, I've already sold out, and that was just from a couple of weeks ago. And I found them at TJ Maxx. But I'm not sure if I've been to this one in a while. Last video. Is $449 right now, and I have a quick question. Do you even care about this? A, yes, keep doing all the times at every single store that I go to. B, nope, you don't actually care. None of it will hurt my feelings. You could also use the smiley or frowny face emoji. And then the neutral emoji, or C, would be to only do the start and end time so that you can know how long it takes me to go sourcing. I don't mind doing it if it's bringing you guys value, but I feel like it just kind of flashes over the screen every time that I go to a new store, and it's not actually doing too much in terms of your experience. I'd love to keep doing it if you guys enjoy it, but if not, it would cut down on my editing time if you didn't really need it. If you would, let me know in the comments, A, B, C, smiley, frowny, or neutral, and hopefully this isn't a waste of time. One of the things that's helped me to make a decent amount of money, even when I'm just kind of going through the motions, is to recognize brand names. For instance, this brand, Arena, is a swimming brand. At least that's all that I know them for. And I've sold a decent amount of swim caps from them that I got on clearance at Walmart. Unfortunately, they were selling it for $6, and you'd only get back $7.19, so it'd be a little bit less than a 20% return on investment, which isn't worth it for me. But training yourself to look at all the brand names and noticing which brands have listings on Amazon and which don't will be helpful. Wasn't necessarily the best thing that time, but it's helped me to make a lot of money. No moleskins. I think I probably already came here. Oh yeah, it was in the video where I get kicked out of the Ross. I did find a couple Under Armour socks that are on clearance. $3 for these guys, which you get back just under $6 right now. $4.50 and $3 for the same ones. They've just been at the store a different length of time, I guess. The one thing is though, the ones that are $3, they come out of their little shell, but they're still all together themselves, so I know that they haven't been worn. What you can do is just poke through that little thing right there, and then make sure that it gets retaped on the back. And that's what I'm gonna do before I send it in, just to give the best customer experience. But for $3, getting back $7.20, that's definitely something that's worth it to do. It'll take me like 3 minutes, max, if I'm slow. And that's why you keep your eyes open in the aisles. I don't necessarily think it was worth it. Only spent about $32. And there was one thing that I picked up right at the end as I was getting into line. It's something that I have never sold before and didn't even think that I was allowed to sell. So we updated the disproportional chart, $32.59. Totaling just under $350. Wow, we are so much over halfway, and we are not even halfway to $750. I might have to make $750 the top of that thing. But this is the item that I picked up that I didn't even think I could necessarily sell. I've sold some dog toys in the past, but every time that I had looked up treats, I wasn't able to sell them, but I'm definitely gonna start looking them up more now. This was $4. And right now, it's selling for $12, which gets you back $6.64. So not a ton, but more than 50% return on investment. And on Scout IQ, this is what the Keep a chart looks like. So it sells all the time. Amazon is on the listing right now. What are you honking for, dude? I had initially picked up 6 and put them in my cart, but I only ended up picking up 3 just to test it out. But the one thing to be aware of on anything that is consumed by any creature is that there's gonna be an expiration date. So I made sure that the expiration date, which is September 16th, 2022, was over 6 months past the date that I'm gonna be shipping it into Amazon. And that is something that I'm gonna have to put into Amazon, probably through Inventory Lab, so that Amazon doesn't get mad at me. That's an exciting new realization that I can sell those, because I think that there'll be a ton of profit at TJ Maxx's, Ross's, and things like that in the dog treats. So if you haven't checked those out, or just any other new section, check it out. All right, let's make some money here. Haven't been to this Walmart in months. So let's hope we can make a decent amount of money, and then I have to go pick up a pizza. What the? Oh, it's 5:44. I did remember to bring in my phone this time, so we're good on that front. This is a rare one entrance Walmart Supercenter, so they don't even have an official clearance sign anywhere, but let's see if there's anything here to be found. Why is the smallest clearance section the best? Check this out. So far, I found all of these, which are Cars figurines, which are like really good rank. I didn't even know that I was approved to sell on toys, to be completely honest with you guys, just like the dog treats, so I haven't even really been looking it up, because I haven't necessarily needed to. One thing that is interesting is that when you scan this one, which is a Lightning McQueen one, it actually pulls up a different one, Fillmore, and so just make sure that you actually pick the correct item, because if someone buys this and then gets this, that's gonna be really bad for customer service. Interestingly as well though, this one, which is Lightning McQueen, has the worst sales rank out of all of them. I think it's because it's a specific one where instead of red to yellow, it's red to black color changing. I'm gonna check out the rest of this clearance and hopefully we can find some decent stuff, because this is all 100% at least. One other thing that I'm a little skeptical about is whenever you scan one of these Hot Wheels, which for whatever reason I'm allowed to sell and I didn't like send in any invoices or anything, it pulls up all of these results, and I don't want to take the time to look through all of them. If I open any of them, especially the ones with good ranks, they're all selling for pretty decent, because they're on clearance for $3 here. I'm a little worried that because they're still here and there are other resellers in the area, those aren't necessarily the good ones, but I'd rather pick them up and do a little more research on my computer at home, because I'd potentially be leaving about $20 to $25 of profit on the table, which is like an hour to an hour and a half of hourly work when I was working somewhere else, just for not wanting to do an extra 4 or 5 minutes of research. And worst case scenario, I just bring them back and return them. One of the reasons that I always say to at least request for approval if you're not able to sell an item is because of kind of what I realized today. First off with the dog treat, but then also with these Nerf items, I've never sent in invoices or anything to get ungated. Unfortunately, it's not profitable, but look, I can sell that in new condition, even a Nerf item, which is crazy to me. And the same thing with these Hot Wheels and even Disney Hot Wheels that are in my cart, I'm somehow able to sell them, which is awesome. One other thing that's kind of funny, these I bought last year, right around the same time, and actually made a little bit of money. Let me show you. But I bought them in North Carolina while I was on my anniversary trip with my wife, because it was so new and exciting to be reselling, because I just started around that time. They're $250 now, and they only get you back $186 at this point. But when I sold them, I actually profited on each of mine, on average, $4.57. So prices fluctuate. I might have to swing by the toy sections of the other Walmarts as I keep going through, because these are great for Q4, because the prices should only go up. So I just gotta make sure I reprice them correctly. This is something that I'm crazy intrigued about, and I'm gonna be making a full video on. But I'm in just the normal toy section before I head over to fishing, and I saw that this is pretty similar to these Hot Wheels that are $3 each. But this one says that it's $4.97, so I went ahead and took it off. This is something that I'm gonna do for like a ton of electronic items, but all you have to do is go into the Walmart app, and then it'll recognize that you're in the store, and then I can just search the barcode there, and it's gonna pull up the in-store price, which is only $3. And apparently a lot of times they have stuff that should be marked down that is at the normal price, and so you can snag those. But I'm gonna be making a full video about that either tomorrow or pretty soon. It excites the heck out of me, and I kind of don't believe when I see some people getting some of the deals that they do. I do think we did all right. It's gonna take me a hot minute to scan through all of that. I might be late for my pizza. One thing I was kind of blown away by, first off, how annoying this cart is, but second off, all of these little guys are selling for like ridiculously high prices right now. I skipped over them at the last place, but I pretty much cleared them out. That's where they used to be. There's still some down there because those ones aren't profitable. But let's just quickly take a look at just one of these. I bought a lot of variations of them, all the profitable ones within my rules. But this one, as you can see, 100,000 rank, getting back $4 for 88 cents. I do think those prices will go down. I think we're kind of in like the season or coming into the season when these are a good bait. But something as small as this is really cheap storage wise. So even if it comes back over to next year at the same time, we're still returning $3.92 back to us. So even if we wanted to get that higher price, we could even wait a year if we're too late for the season. But even when it does drop down, it'll probably still be 100% ROI because it's only 88 cents. This card sucks. I guess that makes sense. I have too much stuff for the self-checkout. We'll be making some cashier's night, that's for sure. I ordered it for 7. I'm definitely gonna be late for my pizza. I can't believe it's just been under an hour though, and that's all that I was able to find. This has only ever happened to me one other time in any store ever, but I have 2 receipts because my last item went over the transaction limit. I mean, we thought that my last receipt was long, but we definitely did it. We were able to spend $444.04, which is a lot of fours, which means that we're over $750 at $790.30, which is amazing. We're definitely gonna keep going probably until around 9 or 10. I don't think I'm gonna stay out the whole night tonight. I do have to edit a video to get up tomorrow. But let's go grab my pizza, which I'm gonna be late for. Finish sourcing around that area, including hitting up an academy, so we might break our $1,500. Who knows? I'm mostly a little blown away by how fast we were able to source all of that, because it's been barely over 4 hours of sourcing time. 4 hours and 4 minutes. Why are there so many 4s? So if you've been neglecting some of your stores, go ahead and hit those up. You might just make a ton of money really fast. Oh baby. One of the things about the van is you always gotta be thinking about your exit plan. It's so big that It honestly doesn't fit in a normal size spot. It's always a little bit overhanging. It does have a nice turning radius, but the wheelbase is just way bigger than a normal car. So I try not to get too close to a bunch of other cars in tight parking lot situations. I don't know whether I feel good or bad about this, but I've gotten 2 meals today, both this and Chick-fil-A in the last video that I filmed. And I was able to save money because I got them both with points, but that means that I've spent money in the past. I guess it feels like a wash then. We're finally at an academy, my good buddy. I haven't seen you in so long. Hopefully you have lots of money for me. Maybe a quick slice before we head inside? Nah, but it's 7:33 p.m. I got one little baby return for Academy. Honestly, not sure how long their return policy is because I'm normally here really fast after not being there again. When is this receipt from? Ooh, June 17th. I hope that's not too long. But I just got home and saw that this pack of 10 hooks only had 9 hooks in it. Normally I don't count every single hook that I send it to Amazon, but if something looks weird, I will count it just to be sure, because you never want somebody to pay for 10 hooks and only get 9. That's not good for them or good for your customer service. Maybe we can get over 1,000. We just need 210 bucks. Not sure what, if any, hot deals or sales they have going on right now. I'm gonna start off in the fishing section. That's normally where I do everything, but I might swing around through the clothes, especially socks, because I haven't been to an Academy since I've been ungated in Under Armour, so that just tells you how long it's been since I've been here. First aisle. Okay, I see some clearance. That's good. First aisle, didn't really find anything except for this, which is kind of cool. I don't normally find a lot in this aisle unless there's good clearances. I am a little skeptical on purchasing this. I think I'm still going to. Maybe just because I think it's cool. Oh, wait a second. This might not be that item. It was under here on the $13 one. Let me look it up. Because it was only returning about $27. And it had a relatively high rank, but the keep it chart showed sales, even at a higher price. New moment of truth. All right. I found nothing now. Aisle 2, this should be a pretty good aisle. I normally find a lot of really good stuff around here, so let's fly through the rest of this store. All right, I gotta be completely honest, I forgot that we were heading over to the Under Armour stuff and the other clothes, but we have hundreds of dollars of stuff in here. I'm guessing probably already over 4 or 5. And in the spirit of finding out more things that I'm ungated in just automatically was this 3M stuff, which is like for boats, but I'd actually maybe use it in our van if we didn't already have a lot of the materials picked out. But real quick, before we head over to check out the clothes, let me show you one of the tricks that helped me to source so much faster that I didn't realize until a couple months ago when I made this video about Inventory Lab and Scoutify. So when I'm in Scoutify, I can just scan an item here, and it's gonna pull up obviously just a bunch of information. First off, you're gonna have the sales rank, you're gonna have how much it's selling for, what the net profit would be if you had a $0 cost, so essentially what you're getting back after Amazon fees. This item is $1.25, so getting back $2.70. Especially when the rank is pretty good, 400,000. Good, I'm really comfortable with that. But that is a pretty high rank, and the reason that I'm comfortable with that is because if we go over to history, we can see that since this is integrated with Inventory Lab, it's going to be able to pull up some extra information for us. And it shows us when the last time we bought the items were, and then when they sold. And so we can see I bought 13 of them, and I sold all 13 of them. They were over 90 days ago, and I made over 100% return on investment, $1.82 if I got them for the same price, and I actually got those on clearance for a quarter. Maybe 45 cents, but either way, it's still pretty good. Oh shoot, they said that they're closing in 20 minutes, so I'm not going to go look for anything else because I have so much. Another really cool feature about Scoutify 2 that's in the same vein is when I scan this, which is something that I'm currently selling, I currently have active inventory for it, we're going to be able to see not only the same information, that right now it's selling for $6.81, which is a net profit of $3.05. I'm buying it for about $1.30. And if we go over to the history tab, we can also see that I've purchased a decent bit of them, like 40 or 50 of them, and they've sold all time, 42 of them, made $1 of profit after all fees and buy costs is considered. And so I might think that I might want to buy more of that, but if we see that I have 42 here, if I have 50 at Amazon already, I might not want to buy that since I've only sold 8 in the past 30 days and 15 in the last 90 days. But if we come up here, we can see the on-hand number, and right now it's showing that I have 7 currently on hand at Amazon. A lot of times that counts even if they're not active on Amazon, like they're still being shipped into them. But that's really helpful to know how much I should buy of something, because there are some products that look really profitable, but I realize I haven't sold any and I already have sent in 6 of them, and I can see that all on one screen because I used to want to know all the information, but I would toggle between Scoutify 2 and the Amazon seller app just because I didn't know that all of that information was in Scoutify 2. So let's go check out, and maybe in the video where we shoot tomorrow in source, we can check out the clothes at Academy for any clearance deals on Under Armour and stuff. Can I ask what all this is for?
We need a story.
Yeah, I have a business where I sell stuff.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah. We just beat out 9 o'clock. I spent even more than I showed there because I forgot about something in my cart. Tell you what, that does not look like $800. Not that I have a lot of experience with what $800+ of cash looks like, but this is great. I'm guessing we're easily with that in like the 90% return on investment. Let me total it up real quick. I spent a ridiculous amount of money. I think that's the most I've ever spent at one store. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I didn't break the transaction limit though. It was a lot of relatively higher priced items, which I honestly prefer because if prices drop and I have higher priced items with the same return on investment, let's just say something I buy for $3 and it gets 100% return on investment, so I would get back $3. Versus something that I buy for $15, I would get back $15. If I can find enough volume of the smaller item, I'm still making enough profit, but if the price drops by $2 and I'm only making $5 on the one, whereas I'm still making $13 on the other. But you're almost never gonna have the same sales velocity, return on investment, and price volume. So I do appreciate when it happens, but I'm not always 100% looking for it. I'm gonna just go ahead and erase this time thing up here because if this is $790, we need to kind of extend our blue all the way up there because we spent $880.50. So our total we'll just put up here for now, $1,670.80. For starting at 2 o'clock and having it right now only be $8.59, not even 9 o'clock, we averaged well over $200 per hour in terms of spend. My guess conservatively is that we're gonna be at about $200 an hour of profit when it all comes down to sourcing. It's probably gonna take me another 5 or 6 hours in order to send all this into Amazon and maybe another 1 or 2 hours on the back end to reprice, but that is crazy. That was gonna be my budget for today and tomorrow. I might still go out tomorrow so that I can just pick up some replenishments at the academy close to me and then a week later go back out again. As a contrast to this, these are the 10 worst things about working for yourself, in my opinion, and you can watch that since we're gonna end this one on a high. Otherwise, if you need help with your numbers, watch this, or you wanna know about Inventory Lab and Scoutify 2, watch this. The links for all the softwares that I use are down in the description with free trials for all of them and a special one for the repricer. So check those out if you want to. I'll see you in a couple days. Peace.